Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today's video begins at Universal Studios Hollywood for some Halloween Horror Nights updates. I have such sights to show you. So let's get started off right here in City Walk. The beloved Trojan horse from the Odyssey has been taken down. There is only one little stand left. Just a few metal brackets and that's all. They like fully tore it apart. This is just pieces now. The cinema is still sporting the Odyssey promotion all over the walls. We also have posters for Insidious Out of the Further. And this new like indie horror movie called Buddy. I think it's supposed to be about Barney gone wrong. Definitely a very interesting premise. We'll see how it is. But now let's go check out a very sad sight, and that is Things from Another World. What was once the best store here in City Walk is now an empty abyss. Look how sad it looks in here. You know how many t-shirts I've purchased from here over all the years? And now these are the final t-shirts they have in store. All the shelves are empty. They just have like single Funko Pops here. We have the lone Hot Wheels left on this entire rack. It's so sad. It feels like a piece of my childhood's going away. But now let's make our way further into City Walk. Golden hour is one of my favorite times to walk through City Walk because you can finally see the lights on the fountain. But now for our least favorite updates. Malibu Brewing Company, Mr. Barbecue, and Insomnia Cookies are still not open. The Universal Studio store in City Walk has now been decorated for Halloween Horror Nights. We've got the event logo up there, Hellraiser. That house is represented right here. Then we got Ozzy Osbourne, Prince of Darkness. On the middle column, we have the Stranger Things Season 5 house. Up here, we got Evil Dead Burn. On the very right pillar, we have Sinners. And of course, I could not forget to put Never Go Alone. And inside, they dropped a lot of the Halloween Horror Nights merch, which includes the Ozzy Osbourne shirt that I got on today. And I think it looks really nice. On this wall, we have some Hellraiser merch. I do like this hoodie a lot. I love how they made these chains. And then on the back, we have Pinhead. Such a sick hoodie. It feels like most of the Hellraiser merch actually has some sort of chain decal on it, including this Lament configuration puzzle box purse. It looks so sick. Not all the merch is out yet though, so I'll come back when it all is. And I'll do a video on it. It should be in like the next week or so. But we have an hour left of the park, so let's go head inside. This is such an awesome view of the gates. Just made it inside the park and it's time to knock out some updates. We're going against the grain, it seems. Everyone's heading out for the day. But we're just heading in. First up on our left right here is the Murder of Crows scare zone. This was recently changed from in front of Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. It's now here across from the Fast and Furious restaurant. Nothing seems to have changed from the last time we saw this. Maybe some extra bones here, but I don't think so. Inside the Universal Studio store, they also dropped some Halloween Horror Nights merch. It's now covering the walls. Don't worry, we'll go through all this soon. Now walking over to Waterworld, last time we were here, there was no construction on any Halloween Horror Nights bar in this area, but as you can see, that has definitely changed. This is where the Terrifier bar will be for this year's event. They have barely just started construction on it, so we should see it change in the next few days. But now moving into the Fire Towers area of the park. This is of course where the Fort Nightmare scare zone is going to be, and right now we have brand new LED signs and new stages. Are they going to bring back the go-go dancers? That's my question. I don't think they are. I think we're past that age of Halloween Horror Nights. It might be a little too raunchy for 2026 Halloween Horror Nights. More than it was, I guess, back in like 2010. No one knows what these stages are for though. I will tell you my guess, and that is that what if these are for some dancers? They're not go-go dancers, but what if they're dressed in like Fortnite gear and they just do like some Fortnite dances? That's my initial guess. We'll see if it is. And then of course, moving further into the scare zone, we have the Battle Bus from Fortnite, which includes the V-Bucks. You know, you gotta have the V-Bucks. I do play Fortnite. I'm an avid Fortnite gamer. I do like the game, but I don't think that it's really perfect for Horror Nights. You know, we'll see how it goes. A new prop added to the scare zone today was this gigantic Fort Nightmares pumpkin. Obviously, it's gonna light up in some way. Another big update for today is that we got the wait time signs for the houses. So right here's Kill Sonira's Music by Slash's wait time sign. And then we move over here and we can see the Sinners house wait time sign. They still haven't added the Sinner sign though. Now we're over here at Kill Sonira Music by Slash. The only thing that I can see is different is that they added some detailing in this window, or in these two windows actually. Looks like some curtains. I haven't heard anything about this house yet, but maybe they'll have some lights in there. And now for El Circo de la Muerte scare zone. I believe last time we talked about how this is an extra addition to the scare zone that we've never had in the past. John Murdy described it as an extra gauntlet that you can choose to go through or not go through. Well, today for it, they added these posters outside of it. We got El Maestro de Ceremonias, Hombre Tentaculo, La Bestia Danzante. And yes, I know I'm butchering these, but I'm trying, okay? El Señor y la Señora Pinhead, El Hombre de los Caras, and finally El Circo de la Muerte. Okay, you don't have to deal with my bad Spanish anymore. But on top of the posters, they also added these little stands. There's another one over here by Medusa, and some more over here as well. I feel like I have to say what's up again to my friend El Nino Ojo. For some reason, he's just oddly wholesome. Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift is still doing past member previews today. I rode it yesterday and it was actually so fun. I wanted to go on it again, but they only let us ride once. Heading into Springfield. Yesterday, I attended a media event for the food and merch coming to Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood this year. And one thing that will be coming this year is some Treehouse of Horrors food, including one of those giant Simpsons pumpkin donuts, as well as a pumpkin cold brew and a few other items. I'm excited to see the Treehouse of Horrors finally come to Halloween Horror Nights. Let's go check on the Blood Bog scare zone because I believe they added some new props. Let's check it out. This sign is definitely new, as well as this whole character. I kind of love him, to be honest. This cage is also new, including this rat. Look at him. Look at those eyes. That is terrifying. I like the overgrown grass inside the skull. They've added so much more webbing inside this cart. They've also added some wires up here. I wonder what these are gonna be used for. Maybe like a sign or something? Or maybe they string up some lights behind this guy. They did add some more coverage for the ghillie suit scare actors that are gonna be in here. It'll be a really good scare before we go on Terror Tram featuring Art the Clown. Let's go get some more Halloween Horror Nights updates and head down to the lower lot. You can definitely tell people are having a lot of fun on this ride. Not that specific ride because there's no one on it, but in general. There goes some more cars. This ride is so much fun. Down here, there's not much movement on the Ozzy Osbourne themed house. They have cleared out the area down here to put out the queue though. Just because there's no updates on his house doesn't mean there's no Ozzy Osbourne updates. And that's because the lower lot bar for Halloween Horror Nights will be Ozzy Osbourne themed. Here's a better view at one of those photo ops. A big update for HHN is that Jurassic World will actually be closed during the event. We're not entirely sure why that is this year, but there will be no Jurassic during nighttime this year. I wonder if it has to do with Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift being open during the event. Last time we saw that the Clown Cafe is coming to the lower lot, but this time we can see they've done a lot of weathering to the outside of the facade. The food is definitely gonna be funny here. And they also added something to it. If we go around the side, we can see a mural. They added the mural from inside the Clown Cafe. This thing looks awesome. I like Art the Clown right here. It looks like it was ripped straight out of the Terrifier 2 movie. I have a feeling I'm gonna be eating here a lot this year. But our final updates of the day is that they added the Ozzy Osbourne, Dead, Deader, Deadest, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and Stranger Things house wait time signs. But those are all of our updates for today. Lots of new Halloween Horror Nights props being put out, Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift past member preview happening, some other slight changes, but they're just happening all over the park. That's part of the reason why I love doing these videos, is because Universal is always changing. So if you did like this video and you want to see more, hit that like button and subscribe, and I will see you in the fog.